Hey guys, welcome to part 1 of my Pokemon HeartGold walkthrough. Now, I've actually been waiting to do this for so long, but now I can finally do it completely. So, on the bottom screen, this is where most of the action is. Just press no info needed. So, go ahead and talk to this guy. Now, this is Professor Oak. Now, he's the Pokemon Professor of the Kanto region. And so he wants you to know a little bit about this world. If you guys don't know, it's the Pokemon universe. So, yeah, he's gonna show you a Meryl. And yeah, it's gonna be so cool doing this walkthrough. I mean, I've been waiting to do this for so long. I've already planned out my team, who I want to be. It's gonna be so cool. Alright, so first you get to choose if you're a boy or a girl. I'm obviously a boy, like in all my other walkthroughs. Alright, my name, as everyone knows, it is Mega Man. So, let's go ahead and do that. Mega Man. Alright. So, yeah, my name is Mega Man. Thanks for asking. Alright, so, my very own tale of grand adventure is waiting for me. Bye-bye, Professor Oak. See you in like half an hour or so. Alright, so you're gonna start off in your room like always, except for like Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald. But yeah, you got the usual stuff. You got your bed, a PC, a Wii, and a TV, just like in Diamond and Pearl. So let's go ahead and go downstairs, and you're gonna see your mom just sitting there, just watching TV, and she's gonna say that your friend Lyra came, and she is going to give you a few buttons on the bottom screen. She's going to give you the bag, the trainer card, the save button, and the options. So, yeah. And it's on the bottom screen, but don't worry, I'll deal with it. Alright, so one thing I want to do before I start anything, I'm going to do this window thing. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so, I just had to do the option so it goes by faster, and I don't know what's happening here. Okay, so I don't think you need to see me doing that, but whatever. So let's go out into New Bark Town, the first town of the Johto region. You're already gonna see a Meryl in here. I mean, like, what's a Meryl doing here? I mean, I don't think a Meryl can just pop out of that water right there. But yeah, it turns out it's that person's, and yeah, and what? That just, okay, that was just weird. So now that you've done that, ooh, who is this dude? So this is the famous Elm Pokemon Lab. What are you staring at? Well, jeez, sorry, man. Okay, jeez, I'm gonna have to go inside and, why are you stalking Professor Elm? Alright, so let's go ahead and talk to Professor Elm. If you guys don't notice, there are 3 Pokeballs in the back, and you guys probably all know what they are. They are the starter Pokemon. So, yeah, Professor Elm's just gonna talk to you about stuff like, yeah, I'm a Pokemon professor, so I have an acquaintance named Mr. Pokemon, and he's awesome, and he has a Pokemon egg, so, yeah, you gotta go over there. So, go ahead and choose your starter. Now, if you guys don't know, I'll give you a quick summary of the Pokemon. First, there is Chikorita, which is the grass type. It's known as the worst of the 3 because it's the grass type, and it also has pretty bad defense. Next up is Totodile. It's the water type, probably the second best. And then finally, there's Cyndaquil, the fire type, which is obviously the best. Now I'm going to be focusing on the final evolutions. Chikorita will evolve into Bayleaf, then into Meganium. Then Totodile will evolve into Croconaw, then into Feraligatr, and then Cyndaquil will evolve into Quilava, and then into Typhlosion. So, who am I going to choose? It's between Totodile or Chikorita. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Yeah, I choose you, Chikorita. Alright, so now we have Chikorita, and I know the nickname that I'm going to give it already, because like I said, I already planned up the team. And yeah, it's Rosemary, so I just had to skip that. I guess you guys didn't want to see a black screen the whole time, but yeah. Now we have Chikorita, which is the Pokemon we're going to be using most. So yeah, now we can go ahead and go out towards Cherry Grove City, which is where we're going to be meeting Mr. Pokemon. And before you leave, this guy's going to give you 5 potions, so that way you can go ahead onto your journey and can use potions if you need them if you get hurt. So go back out, and Meryl is out with that person again. And this is Lyra, so, yeah, depending on which starter you chose, this is not your rival, I'm just saying, someone else is your rival. He's actually in this town, but you'll see who in a while. So, since we have the starter, let's go ahead and talk to our mom and tell her we're going on a big adventure. We're not going to be seeing her for a while. And yeah, so, she gives you your Pokegear, so that way you can, make a phone call, you can, check the town map. Yeah, pretty much that's it. Alright, so, she tells you how to make a phone call if you don't know. So you have to go to Cherry Grove City and head towards Mr. Pokemon's house. So, let's go ahead and start. So, let's go with Chikorita and let's be ready for some wild Pokemon, but first Professor Elm's gonna come back out, and he forgot to register. You forgot to register him in the Pokegear. So, yeah. So you have your second person in the Pokegear. Your first one is your mother. So it's cool. We're done with that, and let's go head on to Route 29, the first route of the Johto region, and let's go into this grass and see what you can find. Alright, so you can find Sentret, Pidgey, Rattata, and I think that's it. Yeah, but I'm playing this in the day, so that's pretty nice. So that way I can find like Sentret, Pidgey, stuff like that. So I'm just going to keep on using Tackle until Sentret dies. By the way, if you want, you can catch a Sentret for an HM slave because it's a very good HM slave. Very well. Alright, let's go ahead and see how much Tackle does, and Sentret goes down. The first wild Pokemon taken down by Rosemary. Alright, so let's keep going. From now on, I'm going to be skipping the wild battles. So let's get out of here. Skedaddle on out of here. Alright, let's go over here, go through this grass. Okay, Rosemary already grew to level 6 and learned Razor Leaf, which is the first grass type move you're going to have. I'm going to go over here and I'm going to go ahead and grab this item. It's another potion, so I guess that's pretty useful if you want it. Dang it. Alright, yeah, like I said, you can find Pidgeys, Rattatas, let's see, what else? Sentret, and that's pretty much it. Alright, I hope I can get through without any wild Pokemon. Dang it. Anyway, keep going. Yay, I'm out. Okay. Alright, so peace out, Route 29, and in the next episode, we'll be going over here to Cherry Grove City, so stay tuned for more Pokemon HeartGold, and I'll see you all next time.